everybody, welcome to Coil Garage, 3 videos in 1 day episode. You may or may not see this intro, so I'm not sure why I'm telling you that. This is, I'm going to try and put the lower control arms onto the rear end. In the last episode, or earlier in this one, I attached the brackets, which is just 4 bolts. Well, it'll be, 2 bolts each, but it'll actually be a third because this long one goes in later. And those got torqued down, so they're all set. So now it's time to put the lower control arms on, and I'm opening the package now. Let me angle you down. So these were on the parts on order list. Looks like they sent me more of these. How about that? Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Well, I got extras. Cool. Unless, no, those are probably just for these. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, Factory 5 Racing branded lower control arms. So these go in, I believe when you put them in with the, whatever the hell this thing is called, the little grease fitting pointing up. So, I believe that's the way it's supposed to be. And according to the manual, these get installed and they get torqued to about 80 foot-pounds of torque. So let's go ahead and get these installed, see what that looks like. I'll meet you over at the rear end. I lied. The grease fittings point down. I am going to double check that online later. So if I have to flip these, I flip them, that's fine. Looking in the documentation, it shows the grease fittings pointing down. Alright, so let's see. It also suggested, so there's two holes here. 1, 2. It suggested the lower one offers better traction. So let's put a washer on. Let's see, are you lining up? Do we need to get some more gentle persuasion going? Yeah, we'll get a little gentle persuasion going. There's nothing really binding it up other than just a tight fit. That's what she said. All right, so. All right, that on there, and we will torque that little bitch down. And I will torque it down off camera, but like I said, it's 80 foot-pounds. And then I'll go ahead and do the other side, and we're basically done with that. One of those stupid little pay attention to details kinds of things. So I mentioned earlier in the video, it's Factory 5 Racing branded lower control arm. And what I did is made sure the other side, the Factory 5 Racing branding, is in the same spot. So if we swing over here to the other side, Factory 5 Racing. Now these can go in either way, and if I put it in the other way, the Factory 5 Racing would come from there and out. But I like it this way. So those went in super easy. So I think what I might do is go ahead and install the coilover shocks and see where that gets me. It's important to stay hydrated. All right, I take that back. I think, so I'm trying to follow the build manual just front to back in order. I did do a couple things out of order, like I installed the fuel tank and whatnot. But the next step is to install the Panhard bar. So I think we'll go ahead and do that next, although I'm missing the upper Panhard bar. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the lower one installed. Should be fairly easy to do and reach, because I've got the rear end actually under the car because it fits nicely there. But to reach will be interesting. All right, so let me get set up to install the Panhard bar. First challenge is getting these threaded in the correct way. There should be a right-hand thread and a left-hand thread. All right, so okay, how many times do I need to try this? Let's try this again. This one may be the opposite direction threading. All right, there's that one. Now we need the other one. So will it be the next one I choose, or will it be another one? Let's see. Oh, I got lucky. That never usually happens. All right, so these are waiting for the upper Panhard bar. Now, I'm gonna put some anti-seize on these two and get them threaded in, and then see where this is supposed to be mounted. So we'll figure that out in a minute. All right, so according to the manual, I'm supposed to use, this is a 5/8 3-inch long bolt, and I've got a couple of shims here. I've actually got four shims. See if I can get those on screen there. And so the way this is supposed to go is this little thin one apparently goes on first. So we'll drop that. I'll move this out. This ought to be interesting. So we'll get that in first, then Panhard bar, then 1, 2. I don't think this third one's going to fit. That is not going to fit. Well, maybe we need different shims. All right, let's go back to the manual and see what the hell. All right, I misread. So there are 2 of these thicker shims and then 1 of the thinner shims, and then this super little thin dude. If I'm reading it correctly, that is how this goes. So that shim first, then Panhard bar, then thicker shim, and then thicker shim, and then thinner shim. Hey, it fits. And then I'm just gonna like loosely, loosely get this attached. All right, there we go. All right, so the shocks should be fairly straightforward. Now let's see, is it easier to get the bolt in this way, or I don't think it matters. All right, so spacer, shock, fit. And we'll get that attached. And that's it for the shocks. So my day certainly has spanned a couple or three videos, but I got a good bit done. I think I have everything on the rear end that I have to put on the rear end. I'm still waiting on the the 12-inch link. So I've got the Panhard bar on, I've got the brakes on, I've got the shocks mounted to the frame. I may actually try to install I also have the lower two links. So it's basically ready to go on the car with the exception of the upper link. I think I can still mount the rear end. I kind of want to get it mounted because I need to look at where I can fit a few other things, mainly the fuel filter, and then start running the fuel lines. But yeah, productive day. I think I only spent about 3 hours out here, and that includes all the time it takes to stop and film and everything. So I do wish I had more time to spend out in the garage, but you know, this is life. We only have what we can afford to give. So yeah, I think in this video we installed the lower links and the shocks and the Panhard bar. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hit me up with any comments, critiques, praise, whatever, thoughts, ideas. I appreciate it. And if you like the video, you know, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and do all that business. Yeah, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.